Good day, gentlemen. This is a pre-recorded briefing made prior to your departure, in which the security reasons of the highest importance has been known on board during the mission. Now that you are in Jupiter's space and the entire crew is revived, it can be told you. 18 months ago, the first evidence of intelligent life
I'm the man, yes sir, that killed the bear barehanded so the people won't forget it. Getting money for I was legal to drink. I care what a broke nigga think.
Just like the pack of Lewiz.
Look, everything I do so cold. I can do this, both eyes closed. Too short, I stay on my toes. About that guap boy, anything goes. Help the bear if we outside. Help the bear if we outside. Still tipping, baby, nothing changed. I'm still grinding over here, yeah. Still sliding through my own lane. Shorty, nothing funny over here. Dollars rain everywhere around me. Dream to get money. Made it through the storm, living sunny. Dreams came true, now we eating. I got more dreams to chase, gotta reach them. Trying to put a team together like the Hunger Games. Everybody grinding cause we all came from hunger pain.
Late ill kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing in StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people? Today, coming with another wonderful episode of That's Right On Screen. I ain't telling you no lies. We're gonna get on into it, have a good time today. I wonder how your sunshiny faces is doing. You know what I'm saying? How you feeling out there? How are you enjoying your Sunday? If you're watching this on Sunday, if you ain't watching it on Sunday, how you enjoy it any day. But anyway, shouts out to the people that are early in the chat. Big shout out to y'all getting your talk on or your lurk on or whatever you're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's good to see y'all sunshiny faces. Also, anyone who's in on the replay, you know what I'm saying? Because we gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes you gotta come in after. That's why the shows are still here. Come in after, do what you gotta do. And also to thank everybody. I saw a slight uptick this week in some of the shares for the videos. So thank you guys for starting to share the videos. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? It's, hey, you know what I'm saying? And a little bit helps, you know what I'm saying? And reach out and share a video when you can, you know what I'm saying? So make sure to like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. You know, if YouTube is your favorite, Facebook is your favorite, Twitter, TikTok, whatever, feel free. Holla at your kid, holla at your player. I'm out there on the podcast too, but we got things to do. All right, we gotta get into episode 5 of Picard. That's right, episode number fizzle. Did you see, okay, my main question is, did you see the Jurati thing coming? Because when they first left her alone, I was kind of on the, maybe not on the fence, you know what I'm saying? Maybe not on the fence, but I was definitely like, I don't think it's safe to leave her with her. She might take her over, you know what I'm saying? And it seems that, you know, some way or some sort, she is being taken over. And I don't know how I feel about it, for real. I mean, I feel like I called it. I feel like I saw it coming, but now it falls into that issue of the characters that like no one else can see kind of thing. Not exactly, but it kind of does, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like with Gray and Tal and everything. But I mean, Adira and Gray. But not exactly, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see. It shows how crafty, you know what I'm saying, the queen is. The queen is honestly, she's a crafty one. I'll give her that. That girl, she makes sure no matter what, she gonna keep some skin in the game. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Jurati for actually pulling the trigger on it though. Because for a second, I didn't think she'd be able to do it. But she actually did pull the trigger. You know what I'm saying? after homegirl left her completely alone, completely, utterly alone, all right? Completely and utterly alone. Then she leaves the board queen alone, goes in the house and takes a nap. Now, I'm not saying, I know, okay, first off, all right. Oh, also, shouts out to Geeky Andre coming in here. I'll cover that in a second. I know being with the board queen all the time is kind of whack. You know what I'm saying? It's not, you know what I'm saying? She has this grin on her face that you just want to smack off. And you know, she doesn't leave you alone. She keeps talking and trying to like bore into your subconscious with like little thoughts and ideas and quotes and quips and everything. But you cannot leave the ship and go take a nap. Like there's no one else but you there. You got one of the most important jobs. Like watch the nuke. You know what I'm saying? So Geeky Andre comes through and says, Jean-Luc, why did you leave Agnes alone with the board queen? You know better. Thank you. This is because the second he left her alone, I was like, come on now. Come on, son. Come on, son. We gonna leave her with the board queen? This woman, look, and the whole thing about like her always being alone, in every reality, you're always alone. How do you know that? And if you do know that, you know what I'm saying? How do we know you telling the truth? Because you be lying. You know what I'm saying? You all you do is lie. The truth is not in you. Devil, get thee behind me. You know what I'm saying? Board queen, I ain't trying to hear. If the board queen came up to me, I'd be like, girl, I ain't trying to hear that. Because I know you be lying. I know the truth ain't in you. You know what I'm saying? And the God I serve. No, but anyway, I don't understand how they're not even checking back in with her. Like, yo, you good? All right, you all right? What the board queen doing? She all right? You making sure she ain't doing nothing, right? Like, they're not even checking in with her. They're like, yo, all right, Agnes, be out. We holler at you later. You know what I'm saying? So, part of it is, okay, you know what? I'm not even going to blame Agnes. You want to know why? Because it starts from the top. It's the leadership. You know what I'm saying? This is the leadership fault. So I'm not even going to blame Agnes, all right? Because, you know, it's like when something happens at the job and you know it's because of bad management, but you try to blame the lowly employee. I ain't going to do that. I'm going to keep it real with you. This is Jean-Luc Picard's fault. Jean-Luc should have been like, all right, look, I got to go, but I'm going to keep a video, you know, connection or an audio feed or something where I'm always in contact with you. So I'm like, look, whenever she try to feed a lie to you, I'm feeding the truth. You know what I'm saying? Whenever she try to break your little spirit down, I'm building you up. You know what I'm saying? That's, come on, man. I mean, for real, come on, man. Are we really gonna sit here and act like you thought leaving Agnes alone with the board queen, or how about that after well, you had Raffi and Seven on their own, but I mean, you could have somebody need to go check on Jurati. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gotta go check on her. You know what I'm saying? And it would. Or send young Whoopi over there. You know what I'm saying? Send Guinan out there to check her. Like, just do something, man. I feel like y'all left her in a losing situation from the get. But we got other things to get to. You know what I'm saying? We got other things to get to. Now, shouts out, we got someone coming in through the side door, like we do. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we got the homie coming in through the side door. So shouts out to the big homie, Solar Gray. Unless he might be coming in, he might not be coming in. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if he come in or not. But it hurts because this is a management issue. You know what I mean? This is full management. This is management's problem. I ain't even gonna blame her on it. But we do have Solar Gray in here, the cinematic.
Yeah, we do.
Um,
My camera's acting a little wonky, so you got to forgive me.
So we'll hopefully, you know what I'm saying, we'll have him up in here soon in full cinematic glory. Oh man. So while you're getting your camera straight, you can hear me, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So we
yeah,
just
I
finished,
can hear you.
Geeky Andre just came and said, Jean-Luc, why did you leave Agnes alone with the Borg Queen? You know better. Could you please address that?
Quite honestly, when I think about I can't quite call them mistakes, okay? Yeah, but when it comes to Jean-Luc Picard doing his thing, there really was no other choice. They were running out of time. And when that came down, it's like, what was he going to send her to talk to Guinan? You know, Guinan's like, who are you? I mean, he already got a shotty put in his face for even like dropping that he knew anything. What was Agnes going to do? Probably do what she does every season, which turns out to be, I don't know, a mole or a spy for Guinan or something like that. I don't know.
All right. So here's why I still blame Jean-Luc for this whole Borg Queen, mind meld situation happening. Okay. We know Agnes is already kind of weak to the Borg Queen. We now know she done shared minds with her for a little bit, at least a little bit. And now she's kind of like, having issues, like struggling with the information and everything. And then you leave her alone without doing any like check-ins, video visits, Skype, Zoom, phone calls. Like, hey, how you doing? What's going on? Are you okay over there? What you need from us? Can we do anything? Are you paying attention to the Borg? Are you listening to her? Don't listen to her. Are you like they weren't doing anything? They were just like, peace, we holler at you later. And then Agnes goes and takes a nap in the house. She just left her alone. You cannot leave the Borg Queen alone. She's too crafty. All right? Way too crafty.
Yeah, no doubt. Like, real talk, every time the Borg Queen every time Agnes gets left alone with anybody, all right, let's be as soon as you leave her alone, she gonna do something stupid. Just something stupid. Leave her alone with the Romulans. And what happens? Leave her alone with the Borg. What happens? So, real talk, every single time Agnes is left on her own, like, I almost get why she's still on the crew, because Picard is pulling this whole I believe in everybody, I believe in you, I got you, and all that jazz. But real talk, Agnes is one of those characters that only comes in clutch at the last possible second. Outside of that, it's like, man, why are you still here?
And Geeky Andre says Agnes got the info she needed from the Borg Queen, but the Borg Queen evil Charles Xaviered her big time. And so now, we have this thing where she has, she's riding along with the passenger. We don't know, who's really in the driver's seat, who's not. And it's gonna make for okay TV. I don't know if I'll throw this. Now that we've kind of covered Agnes, I'll throw this. I don't know if it'll make for good TV, maybe okay TV, because this episode was hyper mid for me.
Okay.
Maybe I was just looking for more. I didn't care about Data's daughter. I really didn't even care about what Q was doing. I don't know, this episode just left me, I was like, yo, the Borg stuff is mad important. And I just didn't really, I was interested in like what Picard was doing with Laura. Well, not really her, but I was interested in that, but there was a lot of this episode where I was just like, okay. I think the Rios thing went too long for me because this episode it felt just like, I don't care how y'all get about this situation. I don't even really care about time right now. I just like let's wrap this storyline up. Let's get whatever we got to get so we can do something. Because I don't know, and I feel bad because this is Picard. Like when they announced Picard, I'm in the same situation I was in season 1. When they announced Picard, I was like, oh, this is gonna be sweet. Jean-Luc is back. Oh yeah. And now I'm like, I don't care. Like I'm in the middle of the season once again, and I'm just like, yo, how does this end? Just tell me what goes on in the thing. Like the whole Rene Picard thing, I don't care. And I knew it was going to be a ancestor. I was just like, I don't care. And then when they did the therapist session, I was like, that's Q. And they turned around, it was Q. I was like, I don't know. I want to really, really be hyped about this episode. And I know they're laying groundwork, but I don't know.
No, I get you. I get you on that 100%. Cause like real talk, they tried. All right. They tried real hard. Like, okay. I don't want to sound like Sam Jackson in regards to this, but yeah, last episode, they tried real hard to be the shepherd. You know, real hard, because they were trying to give people what they want. You know, they were trying to be like, yo, we got the car chase thing going, we got the political talk going, we got like, oh no, the party is separated, whatever shall they do? But when it all came down to it though, and this is one of the big things that really, really messed it up was this, you know, they did action in the last scene or in the last episode that let us know they were building towards something. And then in this episode, they started building towards something. And it's like, you know, you building, but when we gonna get there? Like, when will it's like listening to Otis Redding talking about a change is gonna come. When's it gonna get here?
Yeah, you know, Otis Redding song should not still be relevant today. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or Grandmaster Flash's The Message should not still be relevant today. We should be looking at those songs and be like, man, so thank God we got past that. You know what I'm saying? So
hey, I use it for my old man credit.
So needless to say, we have that. Then, okay, they did something egregious, and this isn't the only show that does this. Every show does this. But the second I saw it, I told Lisa, and she started laughing. I was like, okay, so they only had one cop to send. They only had one cop. Like, okay,
exactly.
The phone call they got, the 911 call, or I don't know, French 911, maybe it's like 211, I don't know, whatever it is. The 911 French version, that she was like, help, the people is screaming, and help me. And then they send one cop, one.
In all fairness.
You think with screaming, they'd be like, yo, let's send 2 cops, and let's send partners.
No, in all fairness, we're looking at this through the eyes of Americans, and it was France. Okay. True. It was France.
French people don't care about screaming. No.
No, we honestly, we just don't know. We just don't, like, everything I know about French police is everything is cool. Everything is cool. They're all nice. They're all subtle. And then they kill you. But that's it. You know, I mean, that's just the whole thing. There's no car chases
with Muslims, and that's about it. That's all I know.
But I gotta restart my studio. I'll be right back.
All right, cool. He'll be back, y'all. You know what I'm saying? He gonna come through. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we gonna do what we gotta do. We gonna be back. So with that said, a thing that I thought also stood out on this episode was the way we just kind of jumped into Rene Picard's story. Now, I mean, I guess, all right, on one hand, I guess they wanted to kind of hide that fact and kind of surprise us like, oh, this is the thing, and like we're all learning it at the same time. But it just seemed like pretense. It just seemed random. But I mean, I guess you never know. They're coming to this time. They have no idea what is the scale that's going to tip, that's going to change the Federation to the Confederation. And it being tied directly to Picard, it's like, of course it is. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where it's like, well, yeah, of course. Of course it is. And I don't know whether that's a good or a bad thing. Now, Geeky Andre says, this episode actually got me real curious how Rene Picard, Dr. Soong are going to impact the rest of the season. It seems like they are Q's backup pawns to use because something might be wrong with his powers. Yeah, now, we found out about the issue with his powers, so good point on that. So maybe Rene Picard wasn't the initial plan, but now, due to his powers being weird, and I don't know, maybe on the fritz or whatever you want to call it, maybe he has to use them now. But I thought I'd be happy to see Q, but I think Q works best in sprinkles and not full doses. Because even in TNG, we saw Q a few times, a couple, but we didn't get a whole Q season. And it might just be wearing on me in that way. So we have Renee coming in, and the way he's manipulating her is to try to get her not to even go on the thing. But it's like, well, if we don't ever go to space, or maybe the issue is not that we don't go to space. Maybe the issue is that if she doesn't go, then someone else that's like real mean will go to space, and they'll create like the mean NASA, which will become like the mean Confederation. I don't know. I don't know. It seems like a reach for the linchpin to be Picard's ancestor. And then the whole thing with Dr. Soong, I'm probably messing it up. Apologies. But Dr. Soong, I guess it matters. I mean, I know they're going to tie it up in a way, but I feel like the way they'll tie it up will be a way that's corny to me. Similar to season 1, when they tied up season 1, I was just like, huh? Okay. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool. I guess we're down with it. So if you take those parts out of the episode, which kind of just had me like, I'm not really tripping, all you have left is Picard and Laris. You got Agnes, which, I actually did like that part of the episode. And then you got Raffi and Seven. And Rios now. So the good thing is that they're back together. So that's cool. Our field team is back together. So we got, Jean Grey, Storm, and Cyclops back together. So that's the good thing. But now we can't beam back to the ship because Agnes ain't there. Not that Agnes ain't there. We can't beam anywhere else because Agnes ain't there. Because, they show up and they're like, yo, what is going on with all this blood? Well, guess what? You would have known if you was checking in on her. We all know that Agnes is like essentially everyone's little sister on this show. All right. You know what I'm saying? So why did none of y'all ever check back? The only time they talked to Agnes was like, get the teleporter working now. Get it working. They weren't like, hey, you all right, girl? You know what I'm saying? What's going on? You staying away from the board queen? Like, how's it going? Are you all right? So I guess they kind of all signed their own ticket on this one. But at least, at the very least, our team is back together in this episode. But similar to what Solar Gray said, we went from building up in episode 4 to something to episode 5 where we're building again. So it's like, oh, we're building up to something. It's like, oh yeah, what's going to happen? And then it's like, no, we're building again. It's like, whoa, but I thought we were building in the last episode. So I don't really have high hopes for episode 6. I'm just like, hey, what we get is what we're going to get. I'm not even super excited for episode 6 now. And I guess that's where I'm at with the show at this moment. I don't hate the show, but the show is falling into that area of like, just whatever. Like, I mean, if it's on, cool, I guess I'll watch it. If not, it doesn't hurt my feelings at all. Now, Tyler Bennett comes through and says, is this a metaphor for something else? I'm late again. I don't know what this is you're talking about. So, but Picard, come on, man, y'all got to come through. I'll say this to the production team of Picard. The show looks beautiful. The effects look great. The costuming, all of that is spot on. I mean, I don't really have a problem with like any of the costuming, the clothes, any of that. But man, look, y'all got to do something with this story. Having having Picard alone is not going to do it. You know what? This show, for all of the crap that was talked about Star Trek Discovery, using like memorable things in the first season, Picard is almost so full of member berries that it's crippled by them. Guys, look, I don't know where to go on this one. Tyler Bennett said should have hired me for the writing. They spending too much time trying to tie him to Riker, to the Borg, to Q, to Guinan, and these are awesome characters. But if they're showing up just to be like, hey guys, hey, remember these things? Aren't they awesome? It's just not really hitting it for me. It's just not. I really don't know where we should go from this. I really don't know what we should say. You know what? No, hold on. I don't really know how to make the back half of this season interesting, because I don't even really know where we go from here, because I don't like the angle of Renee Picard. I don't like the angle of Q anymore. Guinan seems to be gone. I don't like the angle of, well, no. I'll take this back. I don't fully like the angle with Raffi, like kind of like all angered about the Romulan guy being gone. Because we've already set the precedent. Well, we didn't really set the precedent, but the idea is if we fix this past, when we go back to the future, he'll be there. So it's like, there is hope. And Homegirl is walking around straight hopeless. And it's kind of getting old to me. I do like Laris's introduction, even though she's not Laris. I do like the Borg Queen. I like that she's being devious. She's messing around with stuff. She's changing up things. She's kicking up some dirt. But that is that enough to carry you guys? Let me know. Holler at me. I'm gonna holler at you down in them comments. Let's talk Picard. Let me know maybe you're loving it and maybe it's just not hitting me the same. Maybe it's hitting me different than everyone else. So I will leave you with my final thoughts. Let's see. My final thoughts, which are, I hope they focus more. I hope they focus more on the Borg Queen. I hope that the team doesn't split up anymore, and that we actually get some serious answers for Dr. Soong and Q that at least don't seem contrived, just to kind of make a season 2 happen. Because right now, it seems like the only plan that y'all have for season 2 is, hey, we can get the actor for Q back. So yeah. I think that's where I'll leave it. I think that's where I'll go with that. So with that said, NERD, SOUL, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all them places, hit that thumbs up. If you like what you see, hit that thumbs down. If you like, man, I love Picard, you need to stop hating. But of course, make sure to share. Share this. Take one of my videos that you love, share it to somebody. Be like, yo, man, look, this video is dope. Need to holler at this kid. He's doing things. And also shouts out to Blurtish, because Blurtish and I are getting together on some stuff to help kick the truth to the young black youth. Because you know what I'm saying? We love the kids, so we're going to do something for the kids. So I can't wait for that. So, of course, holler at me. I'm going to holler at you. See you next time. I'm going to leave y'all with some black comics and some dope beats. And until next time, peace. See y'all later.
If you can't do it, then maybe you should let someone who can, like me.
Peace.